Hi, everybody. I'm Gloria Moraga. This is the Political Woman Podcast. It's Thursday, June 8th, and this is Politics Today. I'm here to share daily news, daily political news, share information, talk about my background and knowledge of politics and covering politics for 20 years plus. So, Politics Today for Thursday, June 8th. Trump. This is from the New York Times. Prosecutors tell Trump's legal team Trump is a target of investigation. It's called a target letter. The notice from the special counsel Jack Smith. What does it mean? Well, lawyers, prosecutors say the target letter means that an indictment is coming. We've been hearing this for weeks. The case, of course, is the former president's handling of classified documents. Please take a moment, listen to my timeline. I did a podcast and a straight podcast audio only, and then I did a video podcast. And go to my website, I've got the timeline there. I have background and more, gloriamoraga.com. Federal prosecutors have informed the legal team of former President Donald J. Trump that he is a target of their investigation, quoting from the Times. As I've said, this is a classified documents case, according to two people familiar with the matter. The notification to Trump's team by prosecutors from the Office of the Special Counsel means that the former president is likely to face charges. Now, on Wednesday, witnesses continued to appear in front of a federal grand jury in Miami. That's one of the things that we learned this week. There's a second grand jury hearing evidence in the documents case in Miami, Florida. And one of the people that was caught walking in to testify before the grand jury was Taylor Budowich. He is one of Donald Trump's former spokesmen, and he was PR, did communications for MAGA Inc. Now, people asked me today on YouTube, what is that? And it's a political action committee. It's a PAC, and PAC stands for Political Action Committee. In the last couple of days, we've also learned that dozens of Secret Service agents assigned to Trump have testified before this grand jury in Miami. And then this is a quote from the Times. Aides and advisors to Trump spent the day in a high state of tension. And I read this someplace, I think in the same article, because I didn't note where, John Sullivan, he's a conservative journalist. He serves as one of Trump's representatives to the National Archives. He published an article claiming prosecutors were moving toward indicting Trump imminently. That word again. What do you think? Monday? Next week? Friday? Okay, in other news, immigrants. Gavin Newsom says Ron DeSantis is a small, pathetic man. My governor, the state of California, is thinking about filing kidnapping charges against the Florida governor after immigrants were, quote, dumped in California. In a tweet on Monday, Gavin Newsom wrote, "At Ron DeSantis, you small, pathetic man." This isn't Martha Vineyard. Why am I laughing? Because I just love Gavin Newsom, and I was listening to right-wing radio, and they were just slamming him. And it was just like, this is beautiful. Newsom quoted a section of the criminal code that penalizes people who forcibly bring people into the, quote, limits of the state. Now, here's the background. Newsom's tweet came after it was reported that 16 migrants from Venezuela and Colombia were dropped off in front of a Catholic church in Sacramento, California. This happened on Friday. And then on Monday, law enforcement intercepted a second plane carrying about 20 migrants from Florida to Sacramento. And Governor Ron DeSantis on Wednesday defended his state's decision to fly migrants from the U.S. Mexico border to California, arguing that the state has essentially invited the migrants to its welcoming policies toward immigrants. And he's referring to sanctuary cities and sanctuary states where we welcome people from other lands. Here's what really gets me. And the story goes on, and I pulled this from various websites, but it talks about the company that Florida is using to transport the migrants, which I will say is inhuman and a violation of somebody's civil rights. These people have been through enough. They're fleeing their country, not by choice, and they should not be treated like their cargo. It's despicable. But in order to do this, it costs hundreds of thousands of dollars to pay for these charter flights and all that goes with it. Why don't we take that money and establish programs so that we can connect immigrants to states that need workers? I know, in the field or in factories. It's just, what they're doing is dumb, but it is also immoral and wrong. Congress. Whoa. Have you been watching what's going on with Congress? Right-wing MAGA crazies have shut down the U.S. House of Representatives. On Wednesday, Congress members just left Washington because hard-right Republicans are defying Speaker Kevin McCarthy and blocking legislation. So the House adjourned after a standoff with conservative lawmakers. In this, over 2 days, a small group of Congress members just wouldn't allow any kind of legislation, any kind of legislation to reach the floor. So at just past 6 on Wednesday, the GOP leader gave up and said this. He said it was very frustrating, the hardline faction's inability to articulate their demands. So they're angry with McCarthy, but they aren't quite sure what they want, according to McCarthy. Basically, they're having a temper tantrum. Have your kids ever done this? They sit on the floor at the Target or someplace, and they kick and they scream, and they really have no clue what they want. And have you looked at the video of the skies on the East Coast in New York? It's the end of the world. It's the end of the world. That's a line from Alfred Hitchcock's The Birds. The birds are attacking. Is this a look into our future? Is this what living with global warming is going to look like? Our beautiful, beautiful blue planet. The atmosphere is unable to handle all the smoke and junk from the fires. And I'll end with, why, Gloria, are you mentioning this? Because I'm darn sick of people saying that global warming doesn't exist. And this is another reason why we need to stop Republicans from gutting President Biden's environmental policies. Because they've tried to do it, and they are still trying to do it, and the budget battle is going on right now. I'm Gloria Moraga. I'm a political woman. I vote. Please vote. Stick with me. Please subscribe. Please share. Follow me on YouTube. Follow me on my favorite TikTok. And share. Trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube so that I can monetize, and I would really appreciate your support. Is it tomorrow that Trump's going to be indicted? Is it tomorrow? I'm Gloria Moraga, political woman. Please vote and be safe.